Hey, it's Smitty here, inside the original Garage of Dreams. Slightly messier than normal. This video is how to snatch grip deadlift. Okay, for the snatch grip deadlift, you'll need some straps. Well, I'm going to suggest some straps because we're training for strongman, and a belt, preferably a hard belt. And warm-up wise, up to you, I guess. Personally, I'm going to go with some thoracic flexion and extension. I just feel like I've been sitting and driving a lot lately. I haven't had a chiro appointment the last 2 weeks. So I'm just feeling really humpy at the moment in the mid to upper back, and that's not going to be good for a snatch grip deadlift. So the movements I'm going to do are some banded good mornings and also just some scapular work on the barbell behind me here. So my training today for the snatch grip deadlift, I was building up to a 1 rep max, something that I've never done on a snatch grip deadlift, but I have hit 210 kilos for 3 reps. So I actually went into today's session thinking 250 would be a great number, hopefully achievable with the snatch grip. No spoilers, you'll have to watch the video to see what I got up to. So just while the warm-ups are playing, the reason you'd want to do snatch grip deadlifts, well, there's a couple of reasons. The wider grip that you'll be using recruits a lot more mid to upper back. It trains or even helps you find a way to stay tighter. So for me, this actually taught me how to keep my shoulders down or lats down rather than just shoulders back. If I say to someone shoulders back, normally what I actually mean is shoulders down or lats down. A good cue that I've heard online or things like that is elbows into your pockets. So you're pushing your lats down. That never really helped me or people that I work with. So lats down instead of shoulders back, and the snatch grip really makes that a lot easier to push your elbows into your pockets, if you will. So great for teaching how to remain tight through the whole lift. Also, because of the wider grip, the bottom position that you're in is very similar to a deficit deadlift. You'll find that you're kind of pulling yourself in a lot lower, so it can help with leg drive on the initial pull. And then also, because of the wider grip, I find that lockout is a lot, I'm going to say slower. Lockout is a lot harder, especially not to hitch. If someone's the type of athlete that hitches a lot, even when it's not maximal weights, I think the snatch grip deadlift could be a great way to teach them not to hitch and stay patient. So if you are someone who struggles with the initial push, the finish, or even remaining tight in the deadlift, if any of those are your issues, then this could be something, if done correctly, that rectifies those problems. In this video here, you'll see that's where I set up for my normal deadlift, and all I'm doing is moving across a couple of inches for the snatch grip deadlift. So it's not as wide as you can, although that could be a useful tool as well. You're just going to lift a lot less weight if you go super wide. So I wasn't doing a super wide grip. And actually at the end of this video, you'll see, so the difference between my actual snatch grip, if I was to actually perform a snatch compared to my snatch grip, this was my grip today on the rings there. That's the grip I use for my snatch grip deadlift, compared to if I was actually trying to snatch, I'd go a thumb away from the ring there. So with the snatch grip deadlift, the way that we're training it for strongman, we're trying to make the deadlift harder. We're not trying to overload the muscles used in the snatch. Olympic lifters will use the snatch grip deadlift, or just the snatch deadlift they would call it, and they will use it to strengthen the exact positions that they need in the snatch. So I bring my grip in to what I normally would, and that just means that it clears my pubic bone, it clears my junk, and I can lift a bit more weight if it's a little bit closer. If I go wider, I actually go really slow towards the end so that I don't collect myself, for lack of a better expression. So keep that in mind when choosing your grip. It needs to be wider than your conventional grip, but if you're someone like me with really long arms and my leverages dictate that my snatch grip is actually quite wide, I actually bring it in a little bit for this particular movement. Shirts off, shit's getting serious. This was 210. This is technically an equal PB. As I said, I've done 210 for 3. Jumped up to 220. Not as easy as you'd hope for someone that's aiming to lift 250 today. This was actually my final lift. This is 230 kilos. Perfect. Had 20 more kilos in me, easy. Alright, topped out at 230. PB, but less than I was hoping for, or less than I thought I'd get for a 1RM. But that's okay. That was a good grind. So I'll play that again now, just so you can see the lockout. You can see that the initial pull off the ground is going to be a little bit slower than normal. I can't quite get the quads involved, hips rise a bit. And that lockout there, you can see my back just wants to round and to not hitch and stay patient. So for that reason, I think that the snatch grip is a great lift to go heavy on. After my 1RM of 230, I did this back off set, 180 kilos for 6 reps, and I shot it from this angle so that you can see the tightness that I'm trying to create in my back. And if you can imagine what I was explaining before with lats down, and you can see, because I kind of got the muscle definition there, that I'm trying to close the gap between the top of my lat and my belt. So pulling that in, and that's the way that we should deadlift. But sometimes, especially for me, I find it hard to create that amount of tension with my arms close. If you're a coach struggling to teach someone how to put their shoulders down, or if you're an athlete that doesn't quite feel it when someone says put your shoulders down, then try the snatch grip. I find personally it makes it easier to compress, or depress I should say, at the back there. So a really useful tool. Any other questions about the snatch grip deadlift, or any type of deadlift, or programming, training for strongman in general, check out victorianstrengthclub.com.au, send me an email or a message on Insta, and if you do the snatch grip deadlift, please tag me and show me how it went.